Right. So thank you. So good evening, everyone. Good evening. You can type where you're listening from. If you're tuned in from Nairobi, just type Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisii, Kisumu. If you're in the States, anywhere that you're tuned in from. Let me see that on the chat box as we get started. I can see Nairobi. Let's keep chatting where we are listening from. I can see Kitui, amazing. Kampala, Uganda, that's amazing. Okay. Keep typing, keep chatting as I start sharing my screen. Right. I believe that you can see. I believe that my screen is visible. All right. Right. So good evening, everyone. And my name is James Gituku, as you've been able to hear. I'll be taking you through this amazing session tonight. I believe that you are invited either by a friend, by a stranger from online, and told you that you can tune into tonight and learn about an opportunity that can help you in this current economic nature we are facing in the world, not only in Kenya, but you can see the entire world. And it's something that if you just take a keen look, if you remain open-minded for the next, give me around 45, 50 minutes, something that can change your life, something that has changed my life, has changed many other people that I've been able to interact with. And if you're open-minded enough, and if you're going to, take a leap of faith and actually start it, it's going to be one of the most, let me say, the most important or the most powerful decision that you make today. So my name is James Gituku, and my background is in journalism. That's what I've done. I'm also a health and fitness coach. That means I deal mostly in terms of, helping people to improve their health and also to work on their fitness. And I'm also a business coach leading an amazing organization full of young people, working professionals, where we get to, to come together, work with a common goal, which is financial independence and, impacting the society with a positive change. And I've been here for the last, this is my 5th year since 2019. I just joined from Instagram, as I was saying, from social media. Maybe you're here from a stranger, someone that you don't know that much. You just got a DM or you saw something that they had posted and you are like, I'm interested. So that's how it came. The person who introduced me here, just DM'd me, that is back in 2018, around August, told me that I can show you how you can make an extra income. That moment I was still in school. So I was like, in the first place, I actually don't even have an income. So if you can show me, I'll be glad, because I want to have my own money. One thing that I really used to dislike about being a student is always begging for money. Nisaidie 200, nisaidie 300 when you're going. Today it's Sunday. We have been on the weekend. So many students, probably your parent here, and you've been receiving calls from your daughter or your son from campus. They're telling you, mom, nitumie sijui 200, nitumie 500, ile yenye ulituma iliisha, and you have to ask them so many questions. If you're living with them, you have to ask them, where are you going? Who are you going with? You have to do so many, you have to be asked so many questions for you to be given that 200, that 300. And you have to be given a job, either uoshe gari, ufanye nini, ufanye kazi, uoshe vyombo. Students, people who are living with their parents here, they have lived with them for quite some time in campus, or high school, they actually quite understand what I mean. Lazima ufanye kitu for you to be able to do that. So I used to be in a place where I want to have my own money. I want to move out. I don't want to go to, to start living in a hostel. I want to have my own money that I can actually be able to decide that this weekend I'm going to be somewhere. I want to buy this. I want to start saving. I want to start having my own money. I can travel without any restriction. And for sure, let me tell you, for the last 5 years, I've been able to do that, all that. Sometimes I'm even outside the country, and they're complaining, maybe sijawaambia kila mtu niko nje ya nchi. That is back probably maybe last year. They are calling, hey, simu yako hatukupati, wananipata WhatsApp. But you don't have to tell them, they just see you in Zanzibar, they see you in Tanzania, wanashtukia tu. Unaenda venye the same way mtu anashtukia umeenda umetoka Kisii umekuja Nairobi umeenda wapi, you can actually be able to do that once you have what we call financial independence and you fully dependent on whatever that you do can be able to provide the life that you want. So that is what I'm going to be taking us through. Maybe your story might not be starting from where I'm starting. Probably you are working in a job and you're looking for an extra income. Probably you are almost retiring and you're thinking, oh, okay, have I even saved much to enjoy my life, ama nitaanza kuitisha watoto nitumie hii na kila mtu economy inakuwa ngumu. So you get, it's all about what really matters to you. And I'm just going to take us through different challenges. That's my challenge that I had when I was just starting the business. Probably for you, you're working, but you work for very long hours. Just the time that you thought that the weekend you're going to be having some time off. Your boss calls you in the morning on a Sunday morning and you have some reports that you have to do. Probably even at your home, but you have to grab your laptop and do something. But that is probably the time that you wanted to spend with your kids. You wanted to go and take a walk, but you can't do that because you have to fulfill what your boss wants. And then maybe longer commutes. Mondays, they're very crazy. You look at the roads tomorrow from even if you woke up at 5 a.m., you're still going to be stuck somewhere around 6 a.m. in the in the traffic. That's another thing. Probably you're living where you're living and where you report to the job, it's a bit far. And probably what is pushing you to live quite far from where you work, probably the finances. It's you don't have enough money to live around or to live closer in a close proximity to your work. And maybe we're talking about lack of job security. We have seen that is the current challenge that we're having right now. People are talking about the economy. They're talking about they call it Gen Z, but true, it's cutting across everyone. Everyone has problems when it comes to the economy, and it's not just in our country, by the way. We have seen that even in the US, they're preparing for elections, and it's getting crazy because they want their life to change. The number one country in the world. So we go to the next thing: pension options. That's what I was talking about. Probably you are now in your getting into a 60 years. You're looking at 5 years to come, and you're going to be retired, and you're looking for the last 40 years that I've been working. Have I really saved enough money to pull me through for the next 40 years? God willing, 50 years, maybe. How are you going to be surviving? Will you be calling your kids every now and then, nitumie pesa ya hii, nifanyie hii? Ama you're living in an urban area. Are you going to now start going back to Shago to start doing things, to start, you life afresh? Probably you start ile shamba yenye mzee aliacha akaachia nani. Is that something that you're really scared about? You can turn things around. That one thing about this opportunity, age doesn't matter. Actually, where you're starting from, your qualifications, nothing really matters. What really matters here, number one, is actually you are ready to learn. You're ready to embrace something, and you're ready to get coached and learn how you can be able to implement. So the age doesn't limit you. Another thing is we're talking about increased cost of living. That's a very big challenge that we're having right now. You sleep tonight, the fuel price was this. The next day you're waking up, that's another price coming. And trust me, it keeps on going up every day. Everything keeps on going up. Even the rent that you are paying keeps on going up. The bills, the most let me say the most simple way to actually check how things go changing. Just look at the KPLC, the token that you pay. You're going to actually notice that whatever you paid last month and gave you a certain units, this month it gives you a totally different one. We're also talking about substandard housing. Yeah. So that's another challenge. We have, we have so many houses coming up. We are talking about Nairobi, even Nairobi being congested. So we have skyscrapers coming up every day, and that brings some kind of chaos. And you want to be in a place where you want to have your own compound and even enjoy the sun in the morning. There are so many places that people live; they have never seen the sun for the last 2 years in their bedroom or even in their sitting room. And we're talking about the next thing, substandard transport. That's another thing. A lot of chaos. In Nairobi, you just look at it, it's a lot of chaos. And probably you're thinking of, I want to be in a better place. I want to have my own space. I want to have my own car. I want to be in a better place to be going to the job or whatever that you do. You can be able to enjoy that comfort. We're also talking another thing that is called debts. That's another thing that is killing many people, starting with the country itself. We are talking about debts that have been there for the last 20 years, and we have to keep on paying them. Now that trickles, whatever the country is facing, that now also shows what the majority of people are facing: debts every day. Probably what you get, come 20th, come 5th, come 10th, is not able to sustain you for the next 1 month. So what you end up doing, you end up, borrowing for school fees, you end up borrowing for food, you end up borrowing for, clothes, borrowing for fare. And when the money comes in, you actually can't even have something to save. So probably you're looking for a way that you can be able to get out of the debt situation. That's one thing that you can be able to work on and actually even start saving and investing. And that takes us to ask, ourselves sometimes so many questions. That did I actually make the right choice? Did I go to the right campus? Did I do the right course? Am I in the right place? Was I born in the right place? You know, how about my rich uncle? That uncle that told you once you get your certificate, once you're done with the degree, I'm going to connect you. The connection, they never take your phone. We're talking about probably your boss is so rude. They're so hard on you. You have to do so many things, but the pay is not corresponding to whatever that you do. You're also talking about now generally the life itself. That's why we're talking about people are tired. People are tired of everything. Yeah, people are tired because the life is not really giving them. You ask yourself so many questions. Am I even in the right country? You even go out there and the situation doesn't change. And maybe you have needs. You have different needs. Lifestyle itself. You want to have more time. You want to travel. You want to have a new car. Uh-huh. So probably you want to have an extra cash to be debt free. That's one thing that is very important. And then have to have your life, packaged in a way that I know for the next 60 years, for the next 40 years, my life is secured because I've been saving, I've been investing. And then freedom. Freedom comes from you can be able to, to dictate where that you want to work from. If you want to work from home, you want to become your own boss. You want to be in a position where you can be able to help others. Yes, you have been able to do everything. You have paid school fees for your kids. You have you have done everything that you wanted to do. You have traveled, and you can be able actually to extend a hand to your family, to the people in the society. That is freedom. You can't really help people if yourself you're not in a better place. And then success, fulfillment, recognition. I know sometimes people worked very hard out here, but no one recognizes what you're doing. In fact, they don't even, you just get some claps and that's done. You want to be in a place where probably you want to, people really value what you give. They really go all in to make sure that they're appreciating you. And then health, that's another very important sector because if without health, you can't really wake up in the morning tomorrow to go to work. You can't even be in a position to listen to me right now. There's someone who is alive, but they can't really even concentrate to listen to something like this because their health is in chaos. So you want to just have peace of mind. Peace of mind that is in the center. It comes with all this. With all this. When you combine all this, you have everything ticked. At least you can say that your life is really moving towards, a better position. Let's look at our country itself. We are talking about an average income in Kenya being 74% of salaried people actually earning less than 50,000. And that's gross. We're talking about gross income. Once you narrow down that to net, it's crazy. You're going to be surprised. And if you've been keen on what is going on, even when people are showcasing the police who are brutal and everything, they were showing their invoices, and you're looking at the amount that cop makes and the kind of work they have to do, probably misused, and you really wonder. So that means we really have to look for a better. We have to think outside the box, because even if things were to change, it won't really change for the entire 74%. There are people who have to look for a better way than just doing a job. Even the job itself, we don't have them. People are complaining, yeah, I've done these studies, I've even gone to school and upgraded my skills and everything, gotten more papers, and you go and then you're told that there are actually no jobs in this ministry, in this sector. So we have to look for a better way. Even traditional business, someone who is running a business, especially maybe in Nairobi, if you're running a business in CBD, it's crazy. You have to pay bribes, you have to pay so many fees, which takes up a lot of money at the end of the day when you're looking at your pocket. I've been listening to quite a number of entrepreneurs from spaces and everything. They're talking about, some of them have even to close they open hospitals, others open, big, big businesses. They have probably gotten a loan 20 million, 10 million, and they have to close because they are not making any money. KRA comes to them and they're like, you need to pay taxes, and they're showing them actually have not even paid rent for the last 6 months. So you can just imagine that is a traditional way of doing business. So you have to do everything on your own. You have to ship the products, you have to pay your employees, you have to market, you have to do everything that needs to be done. So there has to be a better way. And the better way that I'm going to be showing you tonight, we are talking about a company called Forever Living Products that tells you that your dream is our plan. You just come with a dream. The plan is there. And if you've done business, or you've been looking forward to venturing into business, you need to have a plan of how things are going to run. Otherwise, if you don't have a plan, it's going to be very hard. But the beauty here is that there's already a plan. And this plan we're talking about, it has been there for the last 46 years. So who is Forever when you talk about Forever? Forever was founded back in 1978 by this amazing gentleman that you can be able to see here, that is called Rex Mon. And this is a man who was already, let me say, wealthy in terms of investments in real estate industry back in 1978, and was just looking for a way to to help people, to earn an honest living, where everyone, we are not judging anyone from their age, from their ethnicity, their ethnic background, from their profession. All we need to do is someone that is ready to put in the work, someone that is ready to learn something new, someone that is ready to implement what they're going to learn and just follow the vision and the mission that we have. So that is what this man had in mind when he came up with this amazing opportunity. And what Forever does differently as a company itself, because we actually call ourselves the aloe vera company, because we produce 60% plus of the planted aloe. We are number one. When you're talking about anything aloe vera, we are number one in that sector. So one thing that we do different now that we are not doing the traditional way of doing business, which I'm going to explain so that we can be able to see, is something that we quite understand. I'm even going to use something like, let me use something like maize. When you come to maize in our country, we have the farmers. We have farmers all over, probably in Kitale, in Kakamega. That is where we get a lot of maize from. And then we have manufacturer. We have that company that when you're talking about these companies that that mill maize flour. If you talk about them, you can mention so many of them. Probably some of them are even running in our TVs as adverts. And then we have the wholesaler. We have the wholesalers, these wholesalers that sell things in bulks, where even shopkeepers go and buy around industry area, name it, even in CBDs, we have them in our country. And then we go to retailer. Retailer can be the supermarket, can be a local shop that you go and buy, your milk, or you go and buy your maize flour from. And then you have the consumer, who is me and you. So by the time that maize is, coming from Kakamega, probably they're selling a kg at, I'm not quite so familiar about it. So, allow me to just guess, maybe 40 bob per kilo. When it goes to the manufacturer and they package that unga and everything, they are probably selling the wholesale at around maybe 90 bob. So by the time it's making it to the supermarket, the cheapest maybe is around 120, 130. So you get one thing that all these people do, they are not really adding that much of value to this maize, but they have to cut something, they have to earn something all the way from the middle. And that is what we call middlemen, or we call them brokers. They have to get something from you. And the person that pays all these people is the consumer. That is now the traditional way of doing business. And actually, that is what many businesses use. But Forever does it differently. Where we are talking about, we use direct selling model, where it's Forever directly to you. So the money that could have been going to a manufacturer, could have been going to a wholesaler, to another middleman there that has to advertise, to do everything. All that comes to you. So what Forever has done, it has compressed this chain of exchange in terms of business, or the chain of the command that is being followed when you're doing this business. So Forever does it in a different way that actually now unlocks earning potentials, where you can actually be able to earn directly in a retail business, where if you have a customer that buys directly from you, and you're getting it directly from the company, not through a wholesaler somewhere, not through a supermarket somewhere, not through a chain of of supermarket somewhere, you just get it straight from the company itself, and you can actually be able to make a profit from that. And you can also make a bonus from building an organization of people who are doing the same thing that you're doing. You can actually be able to show people the business. They get to start using the products and retailing the products to customers. And from that, because you are building a company within a company, you're the CEO of that company, that small company within Forever itself, you're going to be rewarded by Forever. So as I said, we are the world's largest aloe company, and I'm going just to show you a very short video to just show you the tracts of land that Forever owns. We don't lease lands. We don't depend on anyone. We have these lands that are owned by Forever itself, from plantation all the way to harvesting. Everything is done in a very special way because Forever really takes care of the business. That's why we have been here for the last 46 years. I want you to take a look at this video just to have a glimpse of what I'm talking about when it comes to being the world's largest aloe company. Sorry, the video is in the next slide. We're also talking about global success. Just a second. We're also talking about global success. Forever is in over 165 plus countries in the world. Every country that is stable, that has running economy, we are in there. That tells you that you're working with a company that is known everywhere, not something that has just come in. And, we are not talking about something that has just started for the last 2 years, 3 years. You're not really sure whether it's going to sustain itself in the next pandemic that may come. We're also financially stable and debt-free. What you can be able to see on the background, that is Scottsdale, Arizona. That is our office, our head office. That is where we get, the executives stay there, and we get every operation that is running in the Forever world starts here. We also have what we call socially responsible. That means Forever has gone, not just helping people to make an extra income, to be able to, to build life around Forever. We also look at the people who probably what they need most. They might not be in a place to even, join or start doing the business, but probably they're refugees. We're talking about people who are very poor. They have been affected by floods. They've been affected by anything that happens. So Forever has come up with a foundation that was started by Rexmon himself, where we get to, to contribute. Even as FBOs, we get to contribute to that, where that money gets to help people in terms of buying food, clothing, everything. And we're actually privileged to have experienced that in Kenya. That is back in 2019. That track that you can be able to see here was going all the way to the northeast and to all people who are, who are suffering in terms of hunger and everything. And the ladies that you can be able to see here, we have two of them who are, some of our leaders who are able to package these help or these packages all the way in Stockholm, that is in Sweden, in 2018. And then another thing that Forever does is that we are environmentally responsible. One thing with Forever is we actually don't even use, pesticides and everything to remove the weeds and everything. Forever actually uses goats. It has goats that go all the way in those trucks that I'm going to show you here, and it makes sure that we're not using, a lot of chemicals, or we actually don't even use chemicals or anything. And we also have this Aloe Science Council. That is the seal that now regulates companies that, plant aloe vera. We're actually the first to be given that. Another beauty thing about Forever is that we have cruelty-free. We do not test our products on animals. There are so many products out here that get tested on, rats, get tested on rabbits. We test our products on actually human beings. And actually, the first people to actually test our products are the executive team in our company. So what do we do as Forever? So as I said, we grow and process and manufacture the aloe on its own. And we also get, as I was saying, the video, here we just start it up again. This is the video that I was talking about, the tracts of land that are owned by Forever Living. Just take a look at what Forever owns. Big up. Yeah, and from that, you have actually been able to see that everything is done by human beings. That means, we make sure that we get the mature aloe, not anything that is being plucked by, by machines. Everything is done by, human hands. And then we're also talking about we research and develop our own products. Forever has gone ahead and actually made sure that in terms of the machinery, we have the best. It can invest millions of dollars just to make sure that whatever you're going to produce is something that is quality and has what we call safety, not something that is just coming up because we need to move products in the marketplace. And it also goes ahead and just to make sure that we have the best scientists, the best people in the lab in the labs to make sure that we are coming up with a very high quality product. So let me just show you another clip just to take a look at what Now Forever does. You have been able to see that those aloe, the aloe is made and then it's packaged to go all the way now to the factories, which we call Forever of America, to come up with the aloe. I'm going to show you in the video, in the slides as we continue.
I am Jim Bogus, Manufacturing Manager for Aloe Vera America. I am responsible for the compounding or blending of the products as well as the packaging. We work together with engineering companies to design this custom packaging and blending equipment, and it was a $5.5 to $6 million investment. Forever Living Products is willing to make such a sizable investment because they want to be here for the next 30 years. They want to be here for the next 100 years, making the highest quality, safest, most efficient product possible. Our distributors can be confident that we have the highest state-of-the-art equipment for their products. FOP is going to redefine the industry. As a matter of fact, we're doing it now. We're always moving forward, so we're succeeding.
So that's what we talk about: quality in terms of what we produce. So be very confident that whatever that you're going to be recommending from today is something that has taken time to be prepared and has taken a lot of effort. And then maybe I've actually just shown you everything in terms of who Forever is, what we do. And you're asking yourself, do we have a market? Am I going to start inventing things and probably start talking to people and they don't know what they actually don't even probably need the products? Is there a marketplace in the world? Is there a marketplace in Kenya, in Nairobi, in Kisii, in Kitui? Do we have a marketplace in Kampala? What I'm going to tell you is that we have a huge marketplace, not just locally, but even internationally. We deal with something that is in the personal and skincare products. We have a quite good range in terms of personal care products, ranging from a toothpaste, we call it our tooth gel, and all the way to skincare. We're talking about a sunscreen, we're talking about a lotion, a moisturizer, everything. We have a global net worth or worth of 560 billion globally. This is one sector that many people, even people who watch TV, you're going to actually notice that probably between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. you're going to be seeing so many adverts talking about a skincare product, talking about a toothpaste, talking about a lotion, anything. That means this is something that is already known. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and not brush your teeth, not even tomorrow, but you're going to even brush your teeth before you go to sleep tonight. There are people who are going to do a night routine, skincare routine. That means we already have a range that is needed in the marketplace. All you need to do is just actually introduce people to our amazing brand. We also have another thing that is called the weight management range that is worth 142 billion globally. People are looking for a way to cut weight. You go to a hospital, you have some issues, you're feeling some joint aches and everything, and your doctor tells you that you need to lose your weight. You need to cut, according to your BMI, probably you need to cut 10 kgs, 15 kgs. We have a solution. People tell you that I've been going to the gym, I've been trying to work out, I've been trying to diet for the last 1 year, for the last 6 months, for the last 8 months, I've not seen any change. And you tell them that we actually need to be able, first of all, detox. We actually need to use something that is going to help to, first of all, clean all this mess that we've been having from the processed foods. And we have the best product for that. That is our C9 package that is loved by many people because it delivers quality results combined with a lifestyle change. We have nutritional supplements. That's another thing. Another issue that is affecting many people, you're talking about lifestyle issues, name them, diabetes, pressure, cancer, everything. And that is something that is coming up from the food that we're consuming every day and the lifestyle that we're living. People don't work out, people don't even go to the sun. That's another thing. So it's worth 182 billion globally. That's another market that is untapped because now people have been able to start learning because they don't want to be taking trips to the hospital every now and then. They want to see a way that they can actually be able to work around their home to avoid always going to the hospitals for problems. And that is one of the main packages that you can be able to use to help and improve your health. So that is to tell you that we already have products that are needed in the marketplace. We are not going to be in a place where you have to start telling people why do they need it. All you have to do is now educate them and why they should choose your brand to be able to enjoy the products. So what now do we do as Forever Living? Forever business owners, you as a business person, what are you going to be doing for you to help you, to change your life, to earn the money, and to help other people do the same thing? So first of all, we use the products because by becoming your own best customer, first of all, you're going to be enjoying what I call experience. You're going to be having confidence. You cannot talk about something that you don't use. If you wake up in the morning and you're brushing your teeth with a different brand, you can't talk about our tooth gel. If you wake up in the morning and you're going to the job and you apply a different sunscreen, you can't be confident talking about our Forever, mineral sunscreen. We're also talking about share the products. Now that's the next thing. Once you get the courage, once you get the confidence, once you get the experience, the next thing is you start sharing the benefits. People start asking you, what are you using on your skin? What did you do to lose this weight? What have you been doing? And then from that, you can build a 20 to 30 regular customers. You can build a customer base of people who now shift from using other brands. Let's come to terms with the fact that actually people are using different brands. So once they start embracing you as the same way they take a trolley in the supermarket every end of month, once they get their pay, they're going to be taking a trolley online and they start buying from you. So that means you already have customers who that once your sabuni meisha, they're going to be coming back to me. Once their sunscreen is done, they're going to be coming to me and they'll start recommending that. The next thing is you can start now building a team around that of people who are excited. They're using the products and they can be able to share the products to have an extra 10,000, extra 20,000, extra 50,000, or they want to build a lifestyle around this business. So you told them, you invited them to such an opportunity. You get to start building them. You can work at least with 5 key people. Those are people who are around you. You don't have to go very far. I started with people who were just around me. Who was I with in high school? Who am I seeing every day in campus? Who lives around me? You know, that might be your sister. That might be your spouse. That might be your son. That might be your daughter. We have sons, we have gentlemen who are working with their mothers here, who are working with their uncles, their aunties. You can be able to work with anyone who is ready to embrace a change. And then you start coaching them, you start helping them to learn how they can actually be able to develop their own customers, build their own 5 key people. And from that, you'll start having small organizations besides your own big organization. So from that, you can build the first income, which is retail business that can give you, with around 15 to 20 customers who are buying from you regularly, you're talking about profits of around 25,000 to 40,000. So you ask yourself, what can an extra 20,000, an extra 40,000 do to your life right now? I'm quite sure it can really foot some bills. It can even go to some savings. It's something you can really do about it. And you can go ahead and think, I'm enjoying the profits, but I don't just want to enjoy alone. I want to continue and to grow my income. So if you can just build a small organization around it of around 15 to 20 people, we're talking about a potential income of around 80,000 to 150,000 per month. So we go to the question of what can that do for you right now? What can it do besides your business, besides your job? Can it, improve your business? Can it, offer you some, job security? Can it actually open up some ideas that you can actually be able to invest in? Yeah. And then you can go ahead and think I don't want just to build a small team. I want to go ahead and actually build my life around this. We're talking about a company that has been there for the last 46 years. How can I actually be able to build wealth to leave to my future generations? And that is possible by developing team builders in a way that if today, God forbid, you are to leave this world, you can have a stable income that is coming through every month, every year, in a way that you can leave some stability for your kids. We have seen many people who used to have probably big jobs, big businesses, but once something happened to them, they left this world. Their family is left in chaos because they can't really sustain whatever they used to do. But in forever, you can actually be able to build a system that is going to have stability that can last for the next 10 years, 20 years going on. And we have a potential of 6 figures that you can be able to build on. So it's all about how hungry you are to chase your dreams and your goal and your vision. So what is your goal? What are you looking to do in your life for the next 20 years? If you have a big dream, trust me, you can actually be able to do that. When you unlock that by building now team developers or building big business, you actually get to tap into the profit share that we call chairman's bonus. That is where the company goes ahead. As I said, when Rex was starting this business back in 1978, he was already wealthy in terms of different industries. He has even gone ahead and actually invested in the tourism industry. So what Forever does, apart from just giving you or sharing the bonuses that you get from the productivity of the team that you're building and the profits that you get, it goes ahead and shares a profit share at the end of every year, and you get to enjoy that. These are some of the people who have been able to enjoy that. That is in Africa. And then we have the picture that you can be able to see the first column here. That is the couple that brought Forever Living products in Kenya. So you can actually be able to tap into that, and that now starts showing some stability in your business, stability in your life, something that you can really be proud of, knowing that your kids are going to be enjoying something. You can now finally build a home. You can do a lot with that money that you want to do. And another thing that Forever now goes ahead and does when you build such a stable or such a big team, you can enjoy Forever to Drive. That's an incentive where you're given an extra 40 to 80,000 every month for the next 3 years when you qualify for that, and something that you can be able to renew. You can buy a car of your dream. You can keep on, you can keep on renewing your cars as well. But you can also decide probably the money that I'm making. Maybe a car is not something that is so urgent for me right now, but I want to build a home. I want to build a home for my parents. I want to pay school fees. So we have some of the people who have actually gone ahead and built a home. That's Judy, who has been able to build a beautiful home for her parents. And then we're talking about Mumbi as well, who has also built an amazing home for her mother. You can also go ahead and now start thinking of, once you have done everything, you can even now start thinking of investments. That's Christine, who has gone ahead and invested in tourism industry. That is in Malindi. That's a whole villa. So you can think beyond. So I want you to think beyond just the normal, paying the bills and everything. You want to think about something that you can leave for your kids and for generations to come and be stable. So that's the stability that you're talking about. So Forever, another thing that it does, we just don't want to make money, not travel the world. You see, you can have a lot of money, you can have the stability and everything, but if you can't be traveling the world freely, if you can't really be having fun, then whatever that you have is not really worth for living. You'll start questioning yourself in your 60s, in your 70s. Did I really make the best? What have I really done in my life? I've just been working so hard, taking my kids to school. They have the best education and everything, but what have I actually done to myself or for myself as a person? So Forever goes ahead and actually provides trips. You can actually be able to qualify and you're going to be given 2 tickets. Those are 2 global trips, all expenses paid, and you're also given a spending cash. And these are they choose the best of the best destinations that they take people who qualify for this. I'm going to show you a short clip just to give you a glimpse, because I can't really what Forever has done for the last 46 years, we can't really even compress that in pictures or in a video. It's way too much. You want to sample different cultures. You want to go to somewhere like Thailand. You want to go to India. You want to go to the US. You want to go to Mexico and just interact with different people who have done this business maybe for the last 10 years, 20 years from different countries, and just have some fun. That is what Forever does every year. These are not trips that you're going to make alone. You're going to be meeting with Forever World, everyone that qualified for this, that does Forever in every single country, name it, even the smallest country in the world. So let's take a look at this video just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about when it comes to having fun. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, Forever you literally go and hire a whole F1 truck for the F1 fans in Abu Dhabi just to celebrate people who qualified for the chairman's bonus. And next year we're talking about going all the way to Paris, or Paris as many people call it, in France. It is on so many people's bucket list. Yes, Forever is taking qualifiers to Paris in France next year. That is in April. If you're here and you want to travel, just go back to the person who introduced you here and ask them, how can I be able to tag along and actually be able to qualify for that? And visit your destination. And we're also talking about another one that is going to be in Phuket, that is in Thailand, that is going to be in September. So Forever makes sure that you can go to the best of best destinations, not alone. Utaenda unashindwa utafanya nini. During the day, you're very occupied, you're having a lot of fun, you've been able to see. That's what we do. We work so hard, get the money and everything, but you also work or have the fun in a very amazing way. So you can actually be able to qualify for that and build or actually enjoy your life. That's the whole point. So what are the success factors when it comes to building a business? The first thing is you have to work hard in anything that you do. I know you have a job, probably you are studying. You also have to study hard. I mean, you can't just pass exams. You can't just get paid if you're not working in your job. You have to put in the work. But the beauty is what you put in. If you put in 50%, you'll get 50% or even more in Forever. We also have to go and think big. You have to think big. Personally, when I was just doing or just looking for an extra 1,000, 2,000, but along down the line, I started thinking of investments, which I'm now proud because I've been able to do some few investments here and there. And we're also talking about get together often. The best way that you can be able to learn, I've been here for the last 5 years, but I found people that now today they've been here for the last 11 years. That means I can learn a lot from them. So once you're here, even the person who introduced you, they might be here for maybe the last 6 months. They've been here for the last 1 year. There's a lot that you can be able to learn from them. So get together often. When you hear about a training that we're having, when you hear about a success day that we're going to be having on Saturday next week, tune in and just go and learn, interact with these people, ask questions, gather ideas. And from that, you'll be shortening your learning curve. Because the beauty about our business is that you're going to learn as you're earning at the same time. But if you want to do it so quickly, also compress the amount of time that you spend learning. If you learn quickly, you'll start earning also quickly and more effectively. Be bold. Show the products with a lot of showing the products and the business with a lot of confidence and be bold about it. So many people are looking for a way that they can actually be able to build their life, but they don't have an idea of where they want to start. They have so many options, but the options that they have, they are failing for so many people. So we have a business that can be able to help people. So when you're talking about it, talk about it with a lot of confidence and don't shy away. Then the next thing is enjoy the products. Enjoy the products as we're speaking. In as much as I'm talking about, I'm having a cold. I'm taking a lot of B propolis. I've been taking that every time I get some cold, and within a few days, it's quickly done. I never go to a chemist. I never go to a hospital to ask for those syrups and everything. I just take the supplements. And finally, and the beauty is that they actually work so well because we're fighting some colds and everything, fighting some bacterial infections and everything. And then be consistent. That's another thing. Be consistent in using the products, in sharing the business, and that is how you're going to build your success around this business. So the next thing is you decide to start. We usually say that the decisions lead to your destiny. What you decide to do what you decide to start is actually going to be leading you somewhere. So sometimes we make decisions that are wrong. But one thing that I can tell you tonight is that this decision that you're going to be making tonight to start this business, to partner with a company that has been there for the last 46 years, to partner and start building with a family of people, of excited people who are ready to to help each other, that will be one of the best decisions that you make tonight. And that is going to be leading you to a very beautiful destination. And probably now you're asking yourself, how do I get to join the business? First of all, joining the business, getting a number is free. But you want to have that growth. You want to grow very fast in terms of you making money quickly. So we have starting packs. We have Start Your Journey pack that is around 51,452. That gives you what you call 2cc. 2cc is going to move you from what we call a preferred customer to a wholesale member now, that you can be able to enjoy good profits. And that is going to unlock 30% plus 5 that you get in your bank account every month. That is just to differentiate between a customer and a business builder. Yes, we do have an amazing discount of 5% where customers get to buy on their own. They can actually walk into the office, they have their own number, and they enjoy 5% for life. But now to differentiate between a customer and someone who wants to change and build, to build their business and start making some good income, you get to accumulate, or you can buy your Start Your Journey pack, which is 51,000. You can buy a full stock, which is 67,146. The difference with Start Your Journey pack is we have some products which are best selling packaged for you. But for the full stock, you'll decide which you want to take. Probably just want to have sunscreens in that package. You just want to have, C9 packages for weight loss. You just want to have deodorants. You can decide that whatever that you want to put in, and that will give you points that we call 2cc. You can even start with half a stock. Probably you don't have the full 51,000 or 7,000. You get 33,000 that you can be able to start with. And what you're talking about here, this is what I call, or in any business, this is what you call a capital. We know very well, if you have done any business, you have done anything, you have to invest capital. And in anything, I mean, even if you are looking for a job, you have to invest in actually learning. You have to go to school, pay school fees for you to learn the skill and now finally get a job that is going to give you returns. So in everything that we do, we always have a capital applied. So this is something that you put in, you get products in return. You go and sell the products, you make a profit. You return back your capital with a profit on top. You can even start with a quarter stock, 17,000, and accumulate that within 2 months, or start with a minimum purchase of 10,278. Those are around, maybe probably we're talking about personal care products, maybe around 10 or 15 of them. You go and sell to your amazing, family, people who are around you, people that you go to church with, people that you work with. And from that, you come back, you recycle that capital. And as you're making that profit, and you can now start enjoying a wholesale membership that will now start unlocking bigger things for you. So the person who introduced you here or shared this link to you, they are going to be taking you through a planning session to now help you to understand the products, to understand the process, to understand the business, and to understand how to do it in a professional way. You're not going to be going out there and start figuring out, how do I talk to people? How do I approach people? The person who introduced you here, they're going to hold your hand as you talk to your first customer, the first person that you want to introduce to your business. They will be there listening with you. They'll be there seeing them. If probably you're going to be taking a walk to your neighbor, to your work colleague, to your auntie, to your uncle, they are going to be there with you to help you learn, how do I talk in a professional way, make sure that I don't look desperate, and make sure that I actually get to impact and they get to understand why they need our products or why they need our business. The person who introduced you here, they're going to be your first mentors. They are going to teach you the same way a teacher teaches a student, or the same way a mother or a father molds a child from day one to make sure that they learn how to walk, they learn how to do things, they learn how to speak, they learn what to say and what not to say when they are around people, or even when they're alone. You're going to be guided by the person who introduced you here. And we have trainings for different things. Like tomorrow on Tuesday, we're going to be having a training about products. On Wednesday, we have another training that we do physically. We have another training on a Thursday where we get to train people the skills. Now, how do we show up as professionals? And we have this one that we have on Sunday. And on Saturday, we'll be having a success day where you can come and learn and see, just tap into the energy of celebrations, how people do things. And from that, you're going to be unlocking your journey in a very beautiful way. So if you have just tuned in here and you have said that this is a yes for me, that I want to, get started with this business, make sure that you get a ticket for Saturday and make sure that you plug in just to learn. And if you've probably seen the business and you're like, I'm not really ready for now, but I'll take some time, or maybe my schedule or anything that doesn't really allow me to do a lot right now, you can actually start enjoying our products. We have amazing products. Just enjoy that with your family, and when things align, we welcome you to our business. Otherwise, from me, it's a welcome. Allow me to be the first person to welcome you into the business, and it's going to be one of the best decisions that you make tonight. And from me, it's a good night from me, and back to you, Emmanuel. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, James, for that awesome training. You've given us a 360 look at Forever Living Products opportunity, and I believe the guests in the platform have received it as well. But in case they don't have, they need to check clarity, or they need to see clarity, they can always go back to the person who invited them to this meeting and do the same. So let me be the second person to welcome you on board. Karibuni sana. Let's partake of the opportunity itself. As wonderfully as it has been presented, I think James didn't leave any stone unturned, rather than for you now to make the decision to jump on board. Have a lovely week ahead. Take care and see you at work. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Good night.